Have you heard the latest buzz swirling around the Toronto Maple Leafs? A blockbuster trade proposal has emerged that could shake up the team as we know it. Imagine a scenario where a top-tier star might be on the move, potentially changing the landscape of our beloved franchise. Stick around to find out how this speculation could impact the Leafs and what it means for our playoff aspirations. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up to stay in the loop with all things Leafs. As the rumors swirl around a potential trade between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Colorado Avalanche, I can't help but feel a mix of excitement and apprehension. Anson Carter recently threw out the idea of swapping Mitch Marner for Mikko Rantanen, suggesting it could address both teams' financial concerns. But is this really the best move for the Leafs? Let's break it down. Mitch Marner has been a linchpin for the Leafs this season, racking up 29 points in 22 games. Yet, despite his regular season prowess, his struggles in the playoffs have cast doubt on his long-term value. With a cap hit of $10.9 million, he's not exactly a bargain, especially considering he's due for a significant raise. If the Leafs are trying to manage Auston Matthews' $13.25 million cap hit, adding Rantanen, who could command more than $14 million, might complicate things further. Carter's argument that the Leafs could theoretically afford to pay Rantanen more than Matthews is intriguing, but I remain skeptical. The financial implications of this deal might not net the benefits we hope for. Marner is not just a fan favorite. He's consistently delivered during the regular season, and letting him go could alienate a lot of supporters. Now, speaking of the Avalanche, Rantanen has been nothing short of spectacular, notching 32 points in 23 games. He's a proven playoff performer too, which makes him invaluable. However, Carter raises a valid point about Rantanen's potential salary demands in Colorado, especially with Nathan MacKinnon already occupying a hefty cap space at $12.6 million. It's conceivable that moving Rantanen to Toronto might alleviate some financial strain for the Avalanche, allowing them to keep their salary cap manageable. But let's not forget the emotional impact of such a trade. If the Leafs were to deal Marner, they might lose a vital piece of their identity, a player who embodies the heart and soul of this team. The same goes for the Avalanche. Trading Rantanen could diminish their playoff edge, which is a risk they may not want to take. In theory, this trade could make sense from a financial perspective, but it's far from a perfect fit for either club. There are too many unanswered questions, and honestly, it feels premature to make such assumptions. The emotional and on-ice ramifications of losing key players like Marner or Rantanen may not be worth the gamble. So, what do I think? I'm honestly torn. Would moving Marner for Rantanen be the right path forward? On one hand, Rantanen's playoff pedigree is enticing, but can we really afford to lose a player of Marner's caliber? This trade could either elevate the team or send us spiraling into another era of uncertainty. I want to hear from you, though. Do you believe this would be the best decision for the Leafs? Or do you think we should hold on to Marner and keep building around him? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinions matter, and I'm eager to engage with you all on this heated topic. As recent discussions around the Toronto Maple Leafs have been nothing short of electrifying, especially when it comes to the potential trade involving Mitch Marner and Mikko Rantanen. Now, if you're anything like me, your heart might be racing at the thought of such a blockbuster move. Let's dive into what this could mean for our beloved team. The buzz has intensified with analysts suggesting that the Leafs could secure a deal that not only keeps them competitive but also allows them to stay under the salary cap. Imagine Marner donning the Avalanche jersey while Rantanen comes home to Toronto. Anson Carter made an intriguing point on TNT, suggesting that Marner's salary would not exceed what Nathan MacKinnon is earning, which could be the key to making this swap feasible for both sides. If the Avalanche are feeling the pinch of their cap situation, could this be the perfect opportunity for the Leafs to strike? Pierre Lebrun reported that Rantanen is looking for a hefty contract around $14 million, which might be a stretch for Colorado given their current financial commitments. What if the Leafs could leverage the situation to bring in a player who not only matches Marner's production but also has the added bonus of a Stanley Cup championship under his belt? Rantanen has put up impressive numbers, and he's demonstrated that he can thrive in high-pressure situations. The Leafs desperately need that kind of experience, especially if they are serious about making a deep playoff run. Now, let's talk stats for a moment. Marner boasts 203 goals and 465 assists in 598 games, while Rantanen has 277 goals and 374 assists in 594 games. It's a pretty close matchup, but Rantanen has the edge in goal scoring. That's something the Leafs could use in their lineup. Plus, with Rantanen potentially coming in at a lower cap hit than Marner, it could free up some much-needed space for other signings or extensions. However, we have to ask ourselves, would Colorado actually pull the trigger on this deal? Even if they see value in acquiring Marner, they'd need to shift some salary around to make it work. Could players like Ross Colton and Artturi Lehkonen be on the move? Fans have been speculating, and it's clear that both teams have some maneuvering to do. The reality is, Rantanen and Marner are quite similar players, both first-round picks from the 2015 NHL draft. They understand each other's game, and bringing Rantanen to Toronto could create a dynamic duo with Auston Matthews. Imagine the offensive firepower. But then again, it does raise the question, can the Avalanche afford to let go of such an integral piece of their success? Rantanen's contribution to their recent championship run cannot be understated, and losing him would leave a significant void. The Leafs have made it clear they value championship experience, as evidenced by their recent acquisitions from the Florida Panthers. By bringing in a proven winner like Rantanen, they could truly be signaling their intent to finally chase that elusive cup. But, does this trade make sense in the long term? Are we sacrificing future potential for the sake of a short-term gain? I don't know about you, but I'm torn. On one hand, acquiring Rantanen could be a game-changer, but on the other, Marner's playmaking ability is hard to replace. So, what do you think? Would this be the best move for the Leafs? Or should they stick with Marner and continue building with him at the core? I want to hear your thoughts. Share your expectations and frustrations with me in the comments below. Let's get this discussion going. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe to the channel for all the latest updates on the Toronto Maple Leafs. And remember to activate that notification bell so you won't miss any of the action.